Cast Their Crowns Inc. This particular video is addressing those who are highly critical of Black culture, right? People who criticize, maybe even judgmental when it comes to Black culture. The particular questions that we have is, why are you separating Black culture from American culture? What is it that you see that's going on in a Black community, so to speak, or amongst Black culture that you don't see that's going on in American culture that you're critical of, right? What could it possibly be? Now, I can't guess for you, but if I was to just think of a few negative things that anybody should be critical of, let's think of drug use, for example, right? Substance abuse. Is there substance abuse in American culture? Yes. Let's think of violence. You may say Black culture promotes violence. Those are some things that I've heard. But is there not violence in American culture? Yes. Let's think about the dysfunction of the family structure, right? Would you say that Black culture promotes that? Well, is that found in American culture? Well, then, yes. Now let's get back to Black culture. What is it that takes place amongst Black culture that's exclusive to Black people? And the history and the origins of Black people? I really can't think of too much, because Black in itself is not what you base a culture on. No culture is based in a color, especially a color that doesn't accurately identify your complexion. We all know Black people are different shades of brown. So we're actually not Black, we're different shades of brown. However, Black culture, if you're stemming from Black, that goes to American culture. Only in America are we considered to be Black. Only in America. That's where that terminology came from. That identity came from America. If you go with African American, that's not exclusive to the origins, the beginnings of the people who we identify as Black people. African American is American. That has American origins. African, that particular name, is a white man. American, that particular name, is a white man. So those two names that people would identify for their particular culture that people are so critical of, those two names bring about an identity that's European. That's not exclusive to Black people. When we say Chinese, Japanese, that's exclusive to China, Japan. If we say European, that's exclusive to Europe. If you say African American, that's one side of the world and another part of the world, right? Two different complete sides named after European men, non-Black men, and we're going to identify that as American culture? Yeah, because it comes from America. This is the reason why Africans, people born in the continent of Africa, who travel to the United States of America to then live their life, they don't take on the identity of African American. They do not. They take on and keep on the identity of the country of which they come from, because Africa is just a continent. So they keep their identity. They keep their roots. They keep their culture. And then once they travel and they live in America, they may bring in a few American customs to their life, but for the most part, you can still identify and recognize them as somebody that's from some particular country in Africa, and they have now migrated to America to live their life, and they're not African American. So clearly there's a difference between Blacks here in America and Blacks from Africa, because Blacks here in America, we have a complete different lineage than Africans that travel here in America. Completely different culture, completely different identity. And Blacks from the continent of Africa that come over to America to live, They do not identify nor accept African American as their nationality or as their identity. Where if anybody would be the one, according to the application of the terms, it would be those individuals. So, what is it about Black culture that you are so insultive of? What is it? Because, again, Black culture is American culture. Black culture is no different than American culture. So, how can you look past the vast majority of people who are doing the same thing that Black people are doing to then be critical of Black people? And that's whether good or bad, right? Because whatever is taking place in Black culture, that is American culture. If you're going to talk about a ghetto or a hood, that's here in America. That ghetto and that hood is systematically designed. The ones who control and operate the economy of that ghetto or that hood are not Black people. That's you, the very same people who are critical of those same Black people. So if you're critical of these same Black people and their culture, if that's what you're critical of, then why are you doing business in their neighborhood? Because it seems to work for you. So clearly there's something up. Now, Black people, African American people, as we understand, if you are critical of your own culture here in America, the question still remains, why exactly are you separating Black culture from American culture? The dysfunction of the family unit, that's an American issue. Drug abuse, American issue. Violence, American issue. Crime, American issue. Those are American issues that affect cultures here in America that predominantly are overruled by American ideologies and way of life, which is all about your passion and seeking the desire of your passion by any means. That's the American way. Manifest destiny. That is the American way. So why is it that you identify Black culture, Black communities, and Black people for your target? Why is that? Casted Crowns Inc.